Good afternoon, dear students. Today's class we are going to discuss about industries. See, industries it refers to an economic activity that is concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals, or the provision of services. So this is about the literally meaning of industry. So what we can see in this industry? Getting dear students. So it is actually an economic activity that is concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals, or the provision of services. So that we used to call as industry. See, we all of you knows that in the previous class we studied about the complete economic activities are bifurcated into the three major categories such as primary activities, secondary activities, and tertiary activities, or that's called even service sector also. So in our country, the farming or agriculture considered as a primary activity. So here the secondary activities. So the secondary activities also called as manufacturing activities. And also it's called as sector also, manufacturing sector or secondary sector. So here in this manufacturing sector, there what they are doing? So actually they change raw materials into products. By using raw materials, so through the process they were convert into products or more value to people. Getting dear students? So here change raw materials into products of more value to people. So that is manufacturing. By using raw materials, okay. For example, sugar factories. So they are processing. The process is there. So the sugar cane is raw material, and through the process, so finally they are producing sugar. This is called as the manufacturing activities. As you have seen, puff was changed into paper. And afterwards paper into a notebook. So maradda pulp anna use ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. See, these represent the two stages of the manufacturing process. So there are different stages also. So if you are going to take this example, manufacturing paper, even the paper also one of the manufacturing goods, because paper is produced by using the raw material pulps, and afterwards by using the papers they are manufacturing the different books, notebooks, so on and so forth. See here, these represents the different stages of the manufacturing process. The paper made from pulp and cloth made from cotton. That we all of you knows that. Now, of course, all the cloth. Just one example. The cloth made from cotton have value added to them at each stage of manufacturing process. See, in this way, the finished product has more value. For example, Notebook has value more than paper, and the same the ready shirt, it has more value more than the cloth. Getting now? So in this way the finished product has more value and utility than the raw material that it is made from. For example, the value and utility of the shirt, ready shirt. So compared to the raw cotton, so which one is have more utility and value? So there is no doubt the shirt. So compared to pulp we cannot use. But by using pulp, we are preparing a paper, we are preparing a different books, we are preparing a notebooks and all. And that notebook or the different books are more value and utility than the pulp, which we are used in the process pulp as a raw material. Getting dear students. So already I told that industry refers to an economic activity. Industry refers to an economic activity. It is an economic activity. So here that is concerned with production of goods. Production of goods. And extraction of minerals or the provisions of services. So thus we have iron and steel industry, that's production of goods, coal mining industry, extraction of coal, and tourism industry also. So please keep in your mind. So tourism also considered as a secondary activities or manufacturing activities or service provider. Getting dear students. So tourism also not only the extraction of minerals or production of goods. So even the service provider also considered as a secondary activity or industrial activities. Even that is including tourism industry also. You may feel surprised. Sir, tourism industry and of course dear students. Tourism also considered as industry because that provides a service. It is one of the service provider. Got it now? Now let us discuss about classification of industries. I hope dear students you all have understood about the concept of industry and the secondary sector or secondary activities or manufacturing sector or manufacturing activities. Now let us discuss about classification of industries. Classification of industry. See, industries classified on the basis of raw materials, size and ownership. Got it dear students? So industries can be classified on the basis of what they are using, the raw materials and even the production size also. Understood? And even so ownership also. So on the basis of raw materials, on the basis of size, on the basis of ownership, industries can be classified. Understood? Now let us discuss about on the basis of raw materials. On the basis of raw materials. So dear students, on the basis of raw materials, industries may be agro-based, mineral-based, marine based and forest based. ಏನು ಸರ್ ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ raw materials ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಬೇರೆ again. See, actually this also depending on the type of raw materials from where they are extracting. So once again, on the basis of, so this is what the broad classification on the basis of raw materials, size and owners, we are classified the industries. So again, on the basis of raw materials, so you have to keep it in your mind. So what type of raw materials they are using? What type of are understood now? Or the raw materials, the type of the raw materials they use. So based on that, so again the industries are so classified into different. So on the basis of raw materials, industries are classified into agro-based, getting now, agro-based and mineral-based, agro-based, mineral-based, marine-based, marine-based and also forest-based. See, here the classifications that shows that very clearly depends or depending on the type of the raw materials what they use in that unit. Whether the raw materials from agro-based, mineral or marine or forest. Now let us see about agro-based. Agro-based. See, agro-based industries used plant and animal-based products as their raw materials. So here agro-based industries use plant and animal-based products as their raw materials. For example, food processing, vegetable oil, cotton textile, dairy products, and even the leather industries also. Getting these students. So, example for agro-based industries. So, I mean agro-based means the industries which are completely dependent on plant and animal based products as their raw materials. So examples, food processing, understood now, and vegetable oil, and cotton textile and dairy products, and even the leather industries also. So these are some of the examples. They don't say sir only these 4 to 5. No. So which are the industries are completely depend on their raw material. So already I told that the industries are categorized based on the use of raw materials. What type of raw materials they are using and how they are extracting, and based only the industries classified. So these are some of the example for agro-based industries such as food processing, vegetable oil, cotton textile, dairy products and leather industries. Got it now? Now let us see that mineral based industries. Mineral based industries. Minerals. See, mineral based industries are primary industries that use minerals ore as their raw material. Getting dear students. So mineral based industries are primary industries that use mineral ore as their raw materials. So those industries are called as mineral based industries. So here the products of these industries feed other industries. The products of these mineral based industries are feed other industries. Iron made from iron ore, that we all of you knows that. Iron is made up from, it's made from iron ore. So it's the product of industry. See, iron made from iron ore is the product of mineral based industry, and this is used as a raw material for the manufacture of a number of other products. So first what they are producing now? The iron. So in that the iron ore is actually the iron ore is raw material, and after the production of iron, so they are making a lot of the number of other products by using iron for other industries. Understood? So for example, heavy machinery, building materials, railway codes, so on and so things. In our daily life we are using a lot of things which are made up of iron. So that's what, dear students. So the use of iron in that respective country, that shows that how much they are developed. If the country uses the more iron and steel, means that there is no doubt that is one of the developing or developed country. The country's economy depend upon the use of iron and steel, because the iron and steel, it is one of the essential for everywhere in humans activities. Whatever you can go into construct, the building constructions, or your own use, or even in agricultural field, and even motor coaches, the most of the all the machineries, the maximum of the machineries which are using in a different industries, almost all made up of iron only. So the heavy machineries, the most of the machineries made up of iron and steel only. So that's what, dear students. So it is one of the important the raw material, and as well as the iron products, whatever it may be, that shows that the economic condition also. Understood? So that's used to call as a mineral based industry. Now let us discuss about marine based industries. Again, sir, idu anbodu. So here in these marine based industries use products from the sea and oceans as raw material. ಸಮುದ್ರದೊಳಗಡೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ raw materials from sea and oceans. So here industries processing seafood or manufacturing fish oil, these are some of the examples. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಅಥವಾ ಸಾಗರದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆ ಒಂದು ಮೂಲ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಥವಾ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಉತ್ಪಾದನಾ ಘಟಕಗಳನ್ನ ಮೆರಿನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸೀ ಅಂಡ್ ಓಷನ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, the processing seafood or manufacturing fish oil. So these are some of the examples. Got it, dear students? Now let us discuss about forest based industries. Forest based industries. See, forest based industries utilize the forest produce as raw materials. So there is no doubt. So whatever they are using in those industries as raw materials, so those raw materials are getting from forest. So that's what these kind of industries used to call as a forest based industries, because the forest produce as the raw materials for these industries. The industries associated with forest are what we just discussed about pulp and paper, and also pharmaceuticals, furniture and building. So the furniture industries and building, whatever it may be the providing, and even the pulp and paper industries and pharmaceuticals. So these are all some of the examples for the forest based industries. I hope dear students, so you may have understood about this concept. So once again I would like to repeat. So industries actually refers to an economic activity that is concerned with the production of goods and extraction of minerals or the provisions of the services, and this considered as a secondary activity in our country, and also it is called manufacturing sector, manufacturing activities, that's all. So here it is including production of goods, whatever it may be, extraction of the minerals, and even so this manufacturing sector is including service providers such as the tourism industry also. And just now we are discussing that is about the classification of industries. Industries can be classified on the basis of raw materials, size and ownership. And just now we learned about on the basis of on the basis of raw materials. So industries are classified into agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, marine-based industries, and forest-based industries. And the next class we are going to learn about so on the basis of size and ownership. Thank you. Have a nice day.